was gradually accumulating experience whilst working as a paralegal, which meant that every year I may not have been successful. I was actually gaining more and more experience and maybe becoming a better prospect or a better applicant. So I guess I also knew in my mind that as time passes by, things may work out. So taking back your power. I mean, I got another example, which is I'm sure a lot of people have. Yeah. I'm sure people have challenges in the workplace sometimes, but this is from like some time ago. But I just remember working somewhere where, for the most part, the company was all right. But there were some people, let's say bosses or a couple of people who work above me, were very tricky people to work with. So you could say they were
kiss people.
Not even that, I'd say even just like bullies, really. Bullies, psychological bullies, always find a way to make you feel small or make things feel like they're your faults. And it just, they probably raises your anxiety level at work. If you think you're not really doing a good job, but it could be unfair. Kind of people who are maybe never really on your side and don't really seem to have an interest in you progressing. But yeah, really just making your life difficult.
So the thing is, in that scenario, how did you control that?
Yeah. Okay, so I feel it's easy to, quote unquote, lose power in such a situation, because especially if you're someone who's junior, you understand, if you work in a place where there's a bit of a hierarchy, and you know that you want to progress, the last thing you want to do is maybe rock the boat or point the finger or create a fuss around yourself. I think a lot of people's reactions might be to be quite stoic and really just, yes, I should just carry on and be resilient. Like, is this what resilience means? I just carry on. But at the end, you realize this sort of thing isn't really sustainable. And I mean, for me personally, I just have personal values where I don't think people should go about treating other humans a certain way, really. I feel like there should be respect.
I really wanted to go in deeper, but I know you're not going to.
Go deeper now. No, I mean, let's keep things anonymous, right? But then, taking back your power, I suppose I really did have to strip down any ideas of being afraid of confronting more senior people and taking the necessary steps to just improve and preserve your situation, and having to deal with the repercussions of that. So if you
I was gonna say so once you decided to strip, once you decided to get rid of not be afraid of confronting more senior people, and you actually did, how did that feel?
It felt good, because at the end of the day, my situation got resolved. I guess the challenge with it is that people will level certain accusations at you, and you just have to accept sometimes that either you could be better at certain things, or they're being highly unreasonable and you let somebody else decide. Because I just raised it with the powers that be, or the necessary channels, and luckily I fell on the right side of it, which was good. So after I did manage to flag these issues, which you could say internally or politically they're quite difficult things to raise, the rest of my time working in that team was good. So I felt like, at one stage I felt restricted in what I could do, because I wasn't too sure if it was the right course to take. But at the end I said, look, I can't tolerate this anymore. I think it's wrong, and I'm just going to raise an issue and take back my power, if you like.
So for anyone that is going through similar situations that you're going through now, or that you have gone through in the past, what would your advice be to them?
My advice would be to look at, maybe I think you mean that work example, maybe.
Or any example that you've given.
I guess in all of those situations, it's they always start off with feeling dissatisfied or sad or hurt, really. Those emotions you go through that are just a lot less enjoyable and make your life a bit worse. So then when you're feeling that way, just to confront them and think, why am I feeling like this? And is there anything I can do to overcome it? And I'm sure in most cases, a lot of people might feel, including those who've maybe taken action to take back their power, you probably do feel powerless in those situations. You do feel like something's been taken away from you. Maybe it's your physical capabilities, or maybe it's a job prospect which you're now feeling that you're inadequate to have, or maybe it's these people making my life hell, but this is maybe the status quo, this is how it is. But it's just confronting the fact that you feel upset, but there is a way you can go about things to make it better for yourself, and just finding it within yourself, and speaking to other people about how to put a plan of action in place to make your situation better. And I think in all cases there is an element of courage and discipline involved, I think, in trying to make these things happen to improve your life for the better.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Paul.
No worries, Chidi. It's my pleasure.